Remember on the 18th,
Yeah.
okay, of the 9th.
September
Okay.
18th.
Yes. The tragedy when the very young child, the 10-year-old boy, was stabbed outside a Japanese school. That's what we reported on. In China, of course. And we've talked about this at length. We showed you last time the foreign ministry. He was questioned multiple times. He's just like, this is an isolated incident that could happen anywhere in the world. That was his answer. And he was like, next question. Somebody else asked, what about the other Japanese children that were attacked by knife-wielding crazy people in China? And he's like, next. Didn't have an answer. Remember that?
Yep.
You guys remember that?
I do.
The question will be, do you have any information about what was the motivation in Suzhou incident in March? Because it isn't public yet. What is the motivation? What was the motivation about that attack in March? Thank you.
据了解，有关案件
It's understood. This case is still under
目
investigation.
前还在进一步调查中。
And that's it.
还有其他问题吗？
Okay, so let's read this little bit up here.
Yes. So this is NHK, which is Japan's news network. They said, just a follow-up question on the Shenzhen incident. You're saying some people are connecting anti-Japanese comments on social networks in China to this individual case. That is not consistent with facts. So are you saying that China concluded that this incident is not related to the anti-Japanese posting and comments on social network? By the way, Chinese internet is literally chock full of anti-Japanese stuff. It's pure hatred.
Even with the killing of this little boy, the disgusting comments. We showed some, but we didn't show any of the bad thing. Yeah. They were literally celebrating this poor child's murder.
Yes.
Anyway.
He says, and this is what Lin Jian says, the foreign minister spokesman. China does not teach its people to hate Japan. Okay. Well,
really?
I hate to do this again.
Okay.
Here's a different clip.
You can say whatever you want, but there's a little thing in life, and that is a little saying that I like, which is, actions speak louder than words. Right? Let's take a look. Translate this.
他到我们国家来抢我们的东西，抢你们的玩具，对不对？
Can we just talk about that for a minute? By the way, for those of you who might be listening, this is a kindergarten. You've got a bunch of 4 or 5-year-old kids, maybe even 3 or 4 years old, they actually look like to me. You've got 2 PLA army officers in their dress uniforms holding a Chinese flag, and then you've got a guy in military fatigues, with a microphone. And what is he saying? He's like,
which country came to steal our stuff, right? Which country invaded our country to steal our stuff?
Yes.
And they say, Japan. He's quizzing them, right?
Yeah.
And he says, yeah, and they came to steal, which country came to steal your toys? To rile up kids, right?
Yeah.
Oh, they plant this image in these children's heads about, like, what is this horrible, bad country?
So the Japanese are going to come
and steal your toys
over the sea in their boats and their planes and stuff, and they're going to come steal your knockoff Peppa Pig plushie.
Yeah. Yes.
Doubtful. What are they going to come get your little Yu-Gi-Oh cards? What the hell? Like, I'm sorry.
I mean, this is how you teach hatred.
Yeah, I mean,
it's how you make sense of it to children.
Yeah, you have to, I guess, like infantilize it. You have to be like, oh, they're coming to take your toys. I mean, isn't this disgusting?
Yeah.
Doesn't this make you really uncomfortable?
Yes.
Makes me uncomfortable. Let's see where this goes. I'll get us out of here.
Stuff. They came to steal your toys, right? Yeah, they stole your food, right?
But did they, though? Did they actually steal these children's food? I don't think so.
They came to kill people and set fire to China, right?
Yeah, they came to kill people.
The Japanese from before came to our country to aggress us. Do you want to drive them out?
Do you want to drive them out? Now, you see, doesn't this gel very well with the fact that there are attacks against little Japanese children going to school?
Yes.
Because you're telling everybody from the youngest age that you have to drive the Japanese out, that they came to burn your country and kill your people and to steal your toys.
I love the foreign ministry just says, no, we don't teach
that. We don't teach our
children
to hate or our populace to hate. Are you joking?
I'll do you one better.
Yeah.
After this clip.
Okay. Okay. All right, let's take a look. Continue on.
drive them out, right? We must take up our weapons.
Isn't this even worse?
Yes.
We must drive them out. We must take up our weapons.
我们手中的武器把它赶跑，对不对？
Drive them out, right?
Okay. Like, what is this fantasy? There are no Japanese running around in China right now trying to steal people's toys and kill and burn things.
No.
So why are you telling children?
I like
we
that he had like, his out is like, oh, the Japanese from before and aggressed
But then he
us.
gets-
But then he goes, we want to drive them out, right?
Yeah.
But they're not there anymore.
No, they're not. So we must pick up our weapons and we must drive them out.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see. So what's happening here? I'm curious.
They are, it says, kindergarten held activity on the day of September 18th. Patriotic education starts from childhood to help children remember history. They are throwing mock grenades at a Japanese soldier.
Yes.
In a kindergarten.
Do you notice the date?
Is the day the boy got stabbed.
The same day that the boy got stabbed in Shenzhen, outside of the school, the Japanese boy, this kindergarten has this event to basically throw grenades at Japanese people.
Yes.
And, you know, this is something I witnessed myself in China. And it really shocked me when I got to China. Because, you know, I've always been a big fan of Japan and Japanese culture, and I've got Japanese friends, right?
Yeah.
And I kind of just didn't acknowledge that there was this hatred. But when I was teaching kindergarten, and one of my first jobs, I'd only been there for about a year, okay? And I got into this kindergarten teaching job. And I remember there was a teaching assistant, because you have a teaching assistant, right? They speak English and they speak Chinese. And she was telling the little 4-year-old kids in the class that all Japanese are liars and they're, you know, thieves, and they're there to, all this like really negative stuff. And I asked her, I pulled her aside afterwards, and I was like, have you ever met a Japanese person? And she said, no.
Well, of course not, right?
And I was like, why are you telling the kids, like, because, you know, I felt kind of hurt because I used to go hang out with Japanese friends at that time after school. You know, the guy's a businessman, you know. And for me, it was just kind of like, what the hell? Why are they teaching these little children to hate for no reason? You know what I mean? But that's just the way it is in China. So for the foreign minister to say that they don't teach hatred towards Japan is just an outright lie.
It is.
You know, and I mean, this footage proves it. So, you know, like, you can try and pretend all you want, but this is the real truth.
Yes.
I will make him pay.
That guy rules, doesn't he?
Make him pay.
I will make him pay.
Mr. Chabuduo. He's like, screw this. He's piss jail.
It's jail.
อย่ามองแค่ภายนอก ยาสีฟันสมุนไพร
It's like a shrimp.
I guess so. He's got the floor mat, which is covered in his cake blood. Now he's like,
He's covered in a bloody floor mat, and
Yeah.
he's blue now.
Close my eyes, I can almost see it. When I take a breath, you fill up my lungs.